Bead Builder is an app that helps you design bead bracelets. You can create a library of beads and get assistance in designing your bracelets so that the pattern and length fit together. You can also save your designs and use them later. Let's start by adding a bead to the bead library. Enter a name for the bead and choose a color from the color palette, or enter a color code. Then select the size of the bead. By default, you can choose between two bead shapes, round or rectangular. A round bead with equal width and height will be circular, while a round bead with unequal width and height will be oval in shape. A rectangular bead with equal width and height will be square, while a rectangular bead with unequal width and height will be rectangular. The bead's finish will not be visible on the bead itself, but it can be used when searching and filtering beads. Let's add a few more beads so we have something to work with. Now we're ready to design a bracelet in the design studio. In the design studio, you can set the length of your bracelet. You can also add a clasp and define its size. By clicking on beads in the bead library, you can create a pattern. The pattern is displayed on the bracelet to the right and repeated as many times as possible. Often, especially with long patterns, you'll see that the bracelet length and the number of pattern repetitions don't match. In that case, you'll receive a warning about excess space on the bracelet. This can be fixed by slightly shortening or lengthening the bracelet, or by experimenting with a different pattern. You can modify the pattern by dragging the beads to a different position, or you can delete a bead by clicking on it. In the pattern calculator, you also have the option to choose a specific number of pattern repetitions. You can then select a filler bead to fill the remaining space on the bracelet. You can choose to distribute the patterns evenly across the entire bracelet. This will often result in a warning about uneven distribution, and you'll then have several ways to make the distribution fit. You can either shorten or lengthen the bracelet, but in this case that would result in a large change to the bracelet's length. If, instead, you remove a single pattern repetition, only a very small adjustment to the bracelet length is required. At the bottom, you can see exactly how many beads of each type are needed to make your bracelet. At the top, you can give your design a name and save it for later use. Enjoy using Bead Builder.